Hello everyone, my name is Brendan. I'm a staff nurse at Tan Tock Seng Hospital and I work in the Surgical Intensive Care Unit. I graduated from the SIT University of Glasgow nursing program in 2019. A little background about myself. My first nursing education was at ITE and I really enjoyed it and I wanted to upgrade myself. Hence, I went on to pursue a diploma at Ngee Polytechnic. Again, I was hungry for knowledge, so I applied for the SIT nursing program, and thankfully I was offered a place. Upon completion of my undergraduate studies, I went on to work at Tan Tock Seng Hospital, and I'm also currently doing a part-time master's with the University of Manchester reading clinical research. Okay. So, why would you consider studying at SIT? In retrospect, there are three reasons. So firstly, the curriculum is grounded in applied learning. Secondly, the knowledge and skills gained were relevant and transferable to my work. And thirdly, there's a 4 weeks overseas immersion program at Glasgow. So you get to travel overseas. So as a kinesthetic learner, I appreciate the opportunities to apply what I have learned to practice. For instance, I undertook a module called Population Health. So we were given classroom lectures on principles of health and health promotion theories. After which we went to Pongo and did door-to-door survey, door-to-door surveys and interviews to identify community health needs. So once we have collected the data, we analyze the data, we discuss in our small groups, and we apply the different theories that we have learned and presented our recommendations to improve the e-health literacy for the Pongo community. So you see, I think these are not your traditional nursing modules, and I think they are closely related to public health. I think this is the beauty of this nursing program. You see, the diversity of the modules, and I get to utilize what I've learned in other modules, such as statistics and research methods, and apply it in this in the population health module. So this means that I get a chance to connect what I have learned in previous semesters, so that my learning is not fragmented, but it is integrated. Yeah. Next, relevance to clinical practice. So I think the modules at SIT, they are relevant and transferable to my practice. For example, the health assessment module, the university invite experts from different fields. And one of the example is, for example, like ECG interpretation and interpretation of cardiac markers. They were taught by a cardiology advanced practice nurse, and they really know what they are talking, and I know that I'm learning from the experts. Yeah, so I think with this knowledge gain, I am able to communicate. I'm able to effectively communicate like normal ECG readings or ECG findings to the medical team, especially in ICU. You know, we have 24 hours telemetry, and I think I'm able to do that in a timely manner, and this makes me a more confident and competent nurse. Another module that I have fond memories was the health innovation module. I think similar to population health, we start off with classroom lectures, and during the lectures I've learned like lean thinking. Essentially, I think the essential is to like streamline processes and make it lean so that we cut unnecessary steps in order to increase productivity. And I think the school also invited a professor from the design school, also from SIT, you know. So she taught us design thinking and how we can develop innovative products that are user-centric. I think, and for this module, we went to an elder care center, and we did a time motion study, basically a systematic observation, and we utilized the principles that were taught, and we developed a prototype for the elder care center. If I remember correctly, we observed like the vital signs taking process, and we found some like time wastage here and there, different pockets, and we try to help them to streamline using a value stream map. Yeah, and then we presented this, and we developed this prototype and presented this prototype to the care center. And we were also given an opportunity to present our work in a conference. And I think this, like, all these opportunities are they are really helpful, and they help to build up my public speaking skills, and I'm really grateful for that. And lean thinking and design thinking, it's something that is to me is it was very new at that time. And I think after learning this, knowing the goodness of like lean thinking and design thinking, I was able to like apply it in my current workplace, and I work with my colleagues, and we develop like innovative solutions to the clinical problems that were faced in my ward. And however, I'm afraid I can't elaborate on this because I need to maintain some confidentiality on the current projects that are going on in my ward. Okay, next slide. Okay, so this is my last slide on relevance to clinical practice. So of course, research has always been close to my heart. And during the EBP, evidence-based practice and research modules, I learned to appraise and identify high quality evidence. And this gave me confidence to discuss research papers with my peers, and discuss what are the latest findings from journal articles at my journal club. Yeah. And I also developed an evidence-based practice. No, I also developed an evidence-based sleep hygiene bundle with an anesthetist to promote sleep in the intensive care unit. What else research? Oh, I also successfully applied for a research grant, and I'm also the principal investigator for a qualitative study on newly graduated nurses newly graduate nurses transition to the intensive care unit, and looking at like how we can support them. So you see, I think all these research modules provided me a strong foundation, which eventually opened up like to more projects and opportunities at work. Last but not least, the Overseas Immersion Program, OIP, and going to Glasgow and having clinical placement in their local hospital and hospice gave me lots of fresh perspective on how nursing practice is like in other countries. And of course, like uni life is not just about studying. During weekends, we get to take like short trips to different part of UK. And I really hope that you get a chance to go to Glasgow, and I hope that this pandemic will settle down really soon. Right. So I think another key consideration while choosing a university is to know the faculty members. You know, I can vouch that SIT and University of Glasgow lecturers and professors are educators with a big heart. For example, like Miss Jade, so she stayed back way past her office hour. I think it was like nighttime already, yeah. And she listened patiently to our questions and provided support to ensure that we are on the right track to our assessment. You know, we are, you know, I think there's like, I think we were like quite stressed on certain assignments and presentation. She was just there for us, yeah. And during my industrial attachment, Prof. Edward Poon, I think he would sit down with us during lunchtime and share with us insightful wisdom on how we can navigate nursing career. You know, he's like a mentor to us. Professor Janadine also provided great advice on clinical leadership, and she did not hesitate when I asked her to help to put up a testimonial for my master's application. So the faculties are also, they are very open-minded. Prof. Allen, he's always like open in engaging in critical like discussions, especially on healthcare ethics. We agree to disagree, and I think this is how we learn to be critical thinkers and learn to build a case for our academic arguments. My thesis supervisor, Dr. Janet Chu, I think she would buy me like coffee when I'm stressed out for my thesis. And I think such professional relationship with the faculty staffs are not easy to come by. And I don't think you'll get such friendly and approachable staff in all the universities. Yeah, and I think they even took time to attend my wedding. And I think I'm very grateful and thankful for them. So yeah, so if you want a nursing education that is interdisciplinary, that is fun, supported by great faculties, you get to travel overseas, go to Glasgow, I think SIT is for you. So the things that you learn is very practice orientated, not just like learn all the theories, and then once you go back to your workplace, you throw everything back to school. No, but in fact, whatever you learn at SIT, at least for me, I get to apply to my workplace and look at like how I can improve my patients' quality of care, and how we can streamline processes, or how and develop prototypes to improve our care. Yeah, so I mean, if you have any further questions, feel free to email me. My email is over here, and or contact any SIT faculty members. Yeah, so have a great day ahead. Stay safe and goodbye.